Hey there, listeners. Welcome to Hines on Air, your weekly dose of inspiration, motivation, and real-life entrepreneurial stories. I'm Matt Hines, your host, and I'm excited to have you join me on this journey. From building a successful law firm to venturing into other industries like real estate and social media, I've experienced both the triumphs and the challenges that come with entrepreneurship. I've learned firsthand the importance of resilience, adaptability, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. On Hines on Air, we're diving deep into the world of business, law, and personal growth. Join me as I chat with incredible guests who have faced adversity, defied expectations, and achieved extraordinary success. We'll discuss their strategies, their mindset, and the lessons they've learned along the way. Whether you're an aspiring entrepreneur, a seasoned business owner, or simply someone looking for a little inspiration, Hines on Air is for you. Remember to subscribe, like, and leave a review whenever you listen to podcasts. Your support helps us reach more people and continue sharing these incredible stories. Let's get started. This program is being sponsored by Law Offices of Matthew C. Hines. The Law Offices of Matthew C. Hines helped all individuals who have been involved in a car accident, who have been injured at work, or have been arrested or given tickets. We make sure your rights are protected and that you receive all the benefits allowed under the law. Visit us at www.hineslaw.org, hineslaw.org. Hey everybody, Matt Hines back at you with another Hines on Air. We have got a super interesting episode coming up. All right, so the gentleman on board today is Zach Schleien. Zach is the general manager for Matchmaking, which is a division of Sparks Netflix. All right, and this is all about the dating apps, right, Zach?
That's correct.
Okay, all right, cool. Do y'all have like a website and all that y'all use?
Yeah, so if you go to spark.com/matchmaking, you could see the website.
Okay, and just for everybody listening, like this is not just another app or another website. Like this is top level stuff. It's been featured in New York Times. It's been on the BBC. It's been on ABC. It's got #1 ranking in different industries. I mean, it's massive. So, and Zach has been with it for many, many years. I think, Zach, you were with, is it Filter Off? Filter Off was...
Yeah, so I created a dating app called Filter Off and sold it to Spark in October of last year.
All right, so Zach, if you'll just take us through the history, man, because you've been doing this a while. I think you're like a master and pioneer in this whole area. So how did it get started and how did it get developed?
Yeah, sure. So in 2020, I started a dating app called Filter Off. It was a video speed dating app. And the premise behind it was to get people on a video first experience.
What is speed dating? What does that mean?
Yeah, so it was like 3-minute video dates to see if you were attracted to one another, if you had chemistry, and then after the date, if you both gave each other like a thumbs up, it would be a match, and then you can chat. And really, the impetus behind it was I was really disgruntled with traditional dating apps where it's just back and forth messaging, and you really couldn't get to know the person unless you met them in person, but that's a big time commitment. And I always felt video first was the answer.
Okay. All right. So you'd make a 3-minute video. And so you had that posted and then you could just send your video to different people if you like their videos.
No. So if you match with someone, you are then prompted to schedule a video chat with that person.
I got it. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I didn't mean to interrupt you. All right. So you started this company?
Yep. So started that. And then in 2020, pandemic happened and we ended up getting covered by the New York Times, the BBC, and it really took off because people were in place and were disconnected and they turned to dating apps like Filter Off. From there, we ended up raising funds and we grew the team. Fast forward a couple years, we introduced human matchmaking. So that allowed for even a more intentional experience where you worked with a human matchmaker that was the one that scheduled dates for you and made sure that the person that you could speak with is like a good fit for you based off of your values. And it worked the same way. It was video first experience. And then in October of 24, we sold Filter Off to Spark Networks.
When you say we, who do you have co-owners?
Yeah, I had a co-founder, Brian.
So y'all were both, like 50-50 or how was that structured?
Yep, 50-50 partners.
But were you like the technology side
Did you?
I was the CEO on the marketing side,
Okay.
sales and marketing, and then Brian was from dev to design.
Okay, nice. All right. So what sparked that idea, like to do a dating app? Was that something you played around with even before Filter Off?
Yeah, I mean, I was always fascinated with the idea of meeting people outside your friend circle, people that you would never meet in real life. And the idea of video first, like I mentioned, it was just a way to provide a more efficient dating experience that I thought was really missing in the market.
Yeah, it's amazing. The people I talk to today, there's a large percentage of them that met online or met through something like this. It's not like 1 out of 100. It's a lot.
Yeah, about 50%.
50. Wow. So that's what your statistic shows. 50% of people are meeting through like apps or online sites and all.
Yeah, it's probably higher now. Yeah.
No kidding. It makes sense. I mean, we're so damn busy. It's like hard to like fit in enough time for everything. So, okay, well, good, man. And tell me, how would Filter Off match people? I'm sure location and different things, but somebody says I like dogs, and this one likes dogs, and I like travel, and this. So you just kind of connect all the different characteristics.
Yeah, I mean, it was a traditional algorithm matching you based off of your preferences and deal breakers that you have. But really what made it Filter Off special, and now the app is called Spark app. What makes it special is the video first experience. So you're not just talking to a profile picture and you don't know who is behind that profile. You're actually speaking to an actual human and gauging if they're a good fit for you.
And you don't get a picture of like a Brazilian model or something on the Facebook, and it turns out that wasn't the person you thought you were talking to.
Exactly. That's the beauty of video first. You can't really, what they call catfish.
That's right. Okay. How many people were working for you at Filter Off when y'all sold?
It was me, Brian, and then we had 2 matchmakers as well on staff.
So y'all did you like outsource some of the development? No, y'all did a lot with very few people.
We are a pretty good team. That's, I guess, how we got to where we are. I mean, most dating apps that launched during the pandemic or right before did not make it. We were one of the very few out of thousands of apps, maybe 1 or 2. 1 or 2 that made it. So yeah, I mean, it's about just having a great team. So, I took over marketing and sales, and Brian did a great job on design and development, building out the tech.
What do you think contributed to their failure? Like, to me, right before the pandemic would seem like a great time for a dating app. Like, did they just not know how to market, or how? Like, what do you think?
Yeah, I think a lot of it comes down to marketing. I would consider myself a pretty decent marketer to get to where I've gone today. And also tech. A lot of the dating apps, they all had like ideas of what made them unique, but they weren't that unique at the end of the day. And I think what it came down to is we provided just a more intentional dating experience for singles.
That's cool, man. Do you have any statistics that show like this person met or this number of people met on your site and they have been going at least 6 months or a year? Or
yeah, I mean, when it comes to matchmaking, which is the area of focus that I'm most excited about, I mean, we create lasting relationships. I mean, literally 3 days ago, I got a photo from one of our clients, Cheryl, and she's 83 and met the love of her life, who's 77. So when it comes down to it, yeah, I mean, people could find love at all ages, and that's the beauty of working with a really wonderful service such as ours.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Well, good for y'all. And like, so at first you would have the app itself would use algorithms just to connect people, but when you started using human connectors or whatever, what would they do? They would different from the app.
Yeah, I mean, the human matchmaking service is a very premium service. I mean, most matchmaking companies charge $50,000 and more. Ours is much, much more affordable, but there is a significant price tag involved because it works. So what they do for you is they're going to reach out to people on your behalf and then interview all those people on your behalf over video. So they're screening people for you. They're asking the hard questions that you will never ask on a first date because it would just be uncomfortable task and not appropriate task. So whether it's around politics or other values that are important to you, your matchmaker will ask on your behalf. And if it's not fit, they will not introduce you. So
Dude, you got to give me some examples of these questions because that's pretty intriguing.
Yeah, I mean, some people, when it comes to religion, there's nuances to religion of someone who's observant. Maybe they say they're a religion, but they don't observe, and that may be important for the client. So that's a question the matchmaker could ask. When it comes to politics, who did they vote for? Who did they not vote for? Things like that could be deal breakers for people. Food, eating, lifestyle choices. People that, if they say, I only want someone who is an active person that likes to go on hikes and works out, they're not going to match you with someone that is a homebody that does not do that. So like, it's a very intentional experience when you work with a human matchmaker, and you work with a great matchmaker, because the matchmaker is the product at the end of the day. So that's why it's so important to invest in really wonderful people, because that's how your company is successful. And that's what we do at Spark Networks.
Wow. That's cool, man. I tell you, even couples that don't use your app would benefit, I think, from that type of questioning just early on. I don't think there's enough communication for relationships when it begins. So somebody going in and just kind of hitting all the important points is good. So that
totally. We also offer date coaching. So that's something that people could do at a much, much more affordable price. And it's like working with a dating coach to like unpack things that may be blind spots in your life that are inhibiting relationships or potentially even if you are in a current relationship or looking for one. So that's something that I think anyone could get value from.
Absolutely. Tell me about that again. That's a separate service you offer just as a coach for new or existing relationships, just to kind of bridge the communication?
Yeah, so it's dating coaching. So it's like if you're looking to level up your dating game, you could work with one of our dating coaches, and it's a weekly cadence, and they'll work with you to unpack things and help you get to the next level so you're successful in your dating goals.
So you're single at this point, and you're just talking to this person about how can you do better to find that relationship.
Yeah, or things that are holding you back. Because a lot of the times it's not about necessarily even finding someone. It's things that are holding you back from being able to allow someone to enter your life. And a lot of these things are like unconscious and blind spots. And it's important to work with someone like a dating coach.
That sounds like a great idea, man. There's so many single people around that, I mean, I'm fortunate. I have a beautiful wife, a lovely wife. We have a great relationship, but when you go out, there's a lot of people that are yearning for that right relationship. So that's a great service. It's kind of shocking how many single people out there. What do you find is a common block or barrier for people when they're looking? Do you see something consistent out there that everybody's kind of victim to?
Yeah, I mean, I think people have their own checklists. I think sometimes, unfortunately, treat people like a grocery store list of what they want or don't want. I think at the end of the day, there's a lot more nuance to that. And you really just kind of have to experience the person to see if they're a good fit.
Right.
So like we'll have clients coming in being like, this is what I want, X, Y, and Z. And it's like, okay, we can't take into everything into account. And the people that are open-minded are by far the most successful. And I'm not saying to match you with people that like you're not attracted to or they don't fit at all what you're looking for. I'm just saying that working with a professional matchmaker, they've seen so much. They've worked with thousands of people. They've created numerous marriages. So they see things that you may not see. And it happens over and over. Someone comes in with a checklist and then they realize there's a lot of unconscious things that prohibit them from meeting their person, and the matchmaker will work with them, and they end up finding the love of their life. And if that person was on a dating app, they would have swiped left.
Gotcha. That's cool, man. That's good. I didn't know stuff like this existed, to be honest. I did not know anybody was doing any service like this.
Yeah,
on YouTube, there was a guy, he was an ex-porn star, and he was giving the dating advice, and I was like, man, I don't know that I would call you for that advice. But I think your coaches sound legit. This program is being sponsored by Bravos Leadership. Bravos Leadership is dedicated to helping entrepreneurs and other business-minded people achieve their goals in business and expand their companies. They provide insight through motivational talks, inspirational stories, but also practical applications of management techniques that you can use to help you grow your company. Information regarding sales, organization, management, and all areas of the company are taught so that you can have a thriving company. Visit bravosleadership.com and find out more information. Okay, cool, man. Well, going back to your business. So you got Filter Off, you're selling it to Sparks. Can you take us from that point?
Yeah, so sold the company Spark Networks in October. I came on running matchmaking for Spark Networks. Spark Networks owns dating sites like JDate, Christian Mingle, Elite Singles, Silver Singles, JSwipe, and Zoosk, and now our app, Spark app, which was formerly Filter Off. So we manage a bunch of dating apps, and then we have this matchmaking service that is also integrated into these applications. So if you're a JDate or Christian Mingle user, you could also become one of a matchmaking client, and your matchmaker will find people for you across all of our dating sites. So it's just like a really incredible value, because our database is so significant compared to other matchmaking services out there.
Yeah. Okay. And you've been running matchmaking for how long?
Yeah, since October.
Oh, recent.
At Spark Networks.
Yeah.
At Filter Off, I've been doing it for about 2 years. So it's now been about 2 years doing matchmaking. So I'm pretty, I know the ins and outs of matchmaking at this point.
No doubt, man. Are you married?
I am not, but I'm dating.
But you're the master of that whole arena. You can, I assume you're pretty well qualified or well educated on how to find that relationship if you need it, right? Or if you wanted it.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously been in relationships. I think finding someone is hard. Being in a relationship can sometimes be even harder, and you don't want to force something that's not going to work. And at this moment, I'm not in a relationship.
Well, you're having fun, man. You're like young and successful. You're just like chilling, right? I imagine.
I think it's I think it's awesome to help others find love. Like I said, helping an 83-year-old is amazing. And for me, it's when that person comes, they'll come. So patient and actively dating too.
Yeah, that's cool. Did you say you had a service for like relationships, like a couple is together and they want to make sure they do it right, build the right foundation, they're going to, because I think most couples, it's great in the first 6 months, year. But then people change. Yeah. I don't know, whatever. And they deteriorate or whatever. But if they'd had better communication in the beginning, it probably would have been a stronger relationship. Did you say y'all had a coach that helped somebody with that, or not that yet?
Yeah, I mean, so we target individuals that are single. Our dating coaches, though, have worked with individuals in relationships. So if someone was in a relationship, or what we typically do is someone who is a matchmaking client, they find love, we just transition their package from matchmaking to coaching.
Yeah.
So like I said, finding someone is difficult. And like you said, staying in it and making sure it works out and it's effective, and being able to like adapt to one another can be even harder. So having like a coach on your side working with you can make all the difference.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. How was it from being your own boss to being part of a larger corporation?
Yeah, I mean it's quite different. Running the startup life on a small budget, you could be very, very nimble. Obviously in corporate, the beauty of that is you have so many more resources.
Yeah.
And like I said, the what attracted me to Spark Networks is the size of the database. And the database is everything when it comes to matchmaking, because you could be the best matchmaker in the world, but if you don't have a big database, it's going to be really difficult to help your clients find someone special.
That is interesting. You're right. That's got to be the key, is the database.
Yeah.
I guess that's why if you're Spark and you got 5, 6, 7 different lead generation apps out there just collecting names, then that certainly makes you a better, more qualified matchmaking company.
Yeah. And the dating apps they could use, they don't have to join our matchmaking service. They could just use the dating apps standalone. But that's a value add, that you could be on the dating app. And if there is a client that we have, a matchmaker could reach out to you on your behalf. Again, it's more of a passive approach. If you're a client, you're actively being, someone is working actively for you. But even if you're on our app, you may get an email on behalf of a matchmaker being like, hey, we have a great client for you. Are you interested? So that's another beauty about being on our apps as well.
Nice. Is there anything, just in your experience and watching what makes things successful and what might prohibit them from becoming successful, can you spot anything? I know you said earlier that people get too picky. I know that's how I was with like buying a house. Like you have I want a pond and I want a big closet and a bathroom, blah, 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 blah. And nothing has all that. Nothing.
Yeah.
So you got to just give and sacrifice sometimes. What other than that have you spotted that sort of stops people from having successful relationships? Anything?
Yeah, I think a lot of it's mindset. Like if you come in with like a very closed mindset, this is what I want, and it's very prescriptive, like you're not going to be successful. If you come in with a more open mindset and you're going on these video dates that are about 10 minutes long, for matchmaking, your matchmaker gets to learn and see what you like, so that you could be surprised, but maybe there's something about the people you're going out with that aren't a fit. Being able to communicate that to your matchmaker is so important. And that's why matchmaking traditionally takes 9 to 12 months, because it is a process. It's not something that like, could you meet someone in 3 months? Sure. But traditionally it's 9 to 12 because it takes 3 to 6 months when a matchmaker really starts understanding what is a good fit for you based off of all the dates you're going on. So it really is a process, and for them to get to know you through the dates you're actually going on.
Gotcha. Interesting. So you said from start, if I was to be a client, I signed up, I shouldn't expect like that great relationship until 9 to 11 months. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I mean, there's always the opportunity to meet someone in the first date,
sure,
right? But most people that have success on our service sign up are on the plan for 9 to 12 months.
Gotcha. That's interesting. 9 to 12 months, and during that 9 to 12 months, you're doing the interviews, you're talking, you're meeting different ones, you may be going on a date and not working. Or what's happening in 9 to 12 months?
Yeah, I mean, from the first day, you have your call with your matchmaker, so they get to know you. From there, they are going to start reaching out to people on your behalf, then start interviewing people on your behalf. And then if they see someone who is a good fit, they'll introduce you to them and to coordinate it. And they'll coordinate a time for your video call. It's a 10-minute video call. So after each video call, if you could say if you both like each other, and then you could provide feedback to your matchmaker. And then the matchmaker is always prospecting, interviewing on your behalf. And their goal is to help you find love. So they're incented, like, it's not to get you on lots of dates. They're incentivized to get you, to help you meet someone. So
Right.
The incentives are really aligned with the client to have you meet someone. It's not about a numbers game. It's about getting you on really quality dates.
When you say they're incentivized, do they get like a bonus, or do they get paid more if a couple meets and stays together?
Yeah, so some matchmaking companies, they will pay their matchmakers based off the number of dates they get them on, which is a really, in my opinion, is not a good model
Right.
for the client, because then they'll just get you on dates that may not be good. for us, we pay our matchmakers very well, and our goal is not about numbers, it's about quality. So we don't want to get you on a date with someone that we don't think is a good fit for you. We will reject that person, and we'll just tell that person, like, hey, we don't think it's necessarily a great fit, but would you be interested in like me saving your information? So if we have another client that is aligned, we could introduce you. So like, I think it's just the right thing to do to introduce people that we actually think could potentially fall in love.
Very cool, man. All right. Well, listen, man, congrats to you. You've done a lot in a little bit of time. Wait, what was before COVID? So it's been about 5 years?
Yeah, about 5 years.
Wow, man. Congrats to you.
Thank you.
All right, cool.
It's been a journey.
Yeah, I know. It's not easy. It's not easy. It sounds, when you tell the story and you're like, yeah, we started in this and then we advertised and we grew this and then we sold this. It sounds like a nice chronologically ordered story, but I'm sure within that was so much stress and risk and money stress and all this kind of stuff getting to where you are now.
Totally. There's so many challenges along the way, and there's the highs and then the lows, and the lows are really difficult.
Yeah.
But if you make it through, it's like, wow, I made it through. And you just feel like, yeah, I could do it. Like nothing can stop me. And those are the things that really shape you. As much as I don't want to go through them ever again,
right? That's right.
They really did shape me, and
it's fun now. They're battle scars, and they're fun to talk about. Like I went out of business. I've been through it all too. I've started my company 21 years ago, and it is not always. Now we have a good, stable company. It's nice. It has not always been like that, and I feel you. It's fun to talk about now, but man, at the time, I thought the world was ending.
Yeah,
really
it's tough.
Yeah. But anyway. All right, man. Well, listen, Zach, again, congrats to you. If anyone listening to this wants to take advantage of your websites, your apps, what do they need to go look for?
Yeah, so if you go to spark.com/matchmaking, you can learn all about our matchmaking service.
Spark.com/matchmaking. All right, we'll put that below. Is there an app they use? Or just use the website?
So you could either join there to learn and book a call to become a client, or if you're on JDate, JSwipe, Christian Mingle, Elite Singles, Silver Singles, Zeus, or our app previously Filter Off, now called Spark, you're also entered into the database as well.
Got it. All right, my friend. Well, listen, congrats again to you, and I appreciate your time, and we will definitely take your advice. Well, hopefully everybody can sort of relax, not be too picky when they're looking for that perfect match, and just go in and try to have some fun and communicate and, I don't know, see where it takes everybody.
Well, thank you so much for having me, Matt.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you, Zach. You have a good day. And everybody, thank you very much for joining us. I hope you learned something. I hope you applied this information. If you're out there, you're single, give Zach's company a try. I'm kind of impressed with the different skills and the different offerings that they can use to help people. So that's exciting. But anyway, thank you for joining us on Hines on Air, and we will see you next time. This program is being sponsored by Law Offices of Matthew C. Hines. The Law Offices of Matthew C. Hines helped all individuals who have been involved in a car accident, who have been injured at work, or have been arrested or given tickets. We make sure your rights are protected and that you receive all the benefits allowed under the law. Visit us at www.hineslaw.org. HinesLaw.org.
Hines on Air is for you. Remember to subscribe, like, and leave a review whenever you listen to podcasts. Your support helps us reach more people and continue sharing these incredible stories.